there's a famous quote of like, data is the new oil. Great. How do I, as just an individual user, monetize my own data? I'm just an individual person. So how valuable is my data? How do I participate in an ecosystem where my data as an individual can be monetized? And I think what you guys are building at DataHive is particularly interesting because it allows for an individual to participation in the monetization of our data. I think one of the greatest things that Elon Musk has done since taking over Twitter is sharing in the profits with the creators. Both X or Twitter, Facebook, a number of other platforms, you see that this new trend where the biggest social media companies in the world don't make any media. The biggest transportation companies in the world, Uber, don't actually drive or own any cars, but there's a significant amount of revenue that comes through our data. So being able to give that monetization back to the people who actually supply it, I think is an incentive just for people to try to make this a little bit better and to get it right.
Yeah, Ray, how is that? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, I was just going to add to that. I think that Perianne is spot on. If you think about the model of owning real estate that you rent, it's your asset, you take care of it. When people live in it, they pay you for it. The same thing in the music industry. If you write a song, it's your asset. There are systems to track it, to make sure that you receive your royalties. What's really emerging so quickly is the fact that your personal data is your asset. And to the extent it's being used, you should be able to make money off that and monetize it.
Yeah, it's interesting. So data really is the core building block of the information age. And artificial intelligence isn't really that intelligent without data, and that data is ours. So we need to say in how it's used and its value. The value is being captured by these organizations, and we as individuals lack the infrastructure to be able to go to fight against these big organizations, and that's it's an area we're very much focused on in terms of building the infrastructure so that we can bring these enterprises and individuals together and really start converting these data liabilities into data assets and help everybody enable the creation of value from this information.
What does this UX look like? I'm a user. I've got a wallet. My data assets are in that wallet. I can now participate in the internet. I mean, how do you think this is going to look at the user level?
Yeah, great question. Data privacy, it's a very time-consuming process. And the value for each interaction, it's super low. Like think like a couple cents. So it's not really beneficial for us individuals to sit there and take ownership and manage our data for every company. Just imagine how many places you might shop at within a month. It's just too many to be able to. Too many organizations for any one individual to be interacting with. So the whole process needs to be automated, whereby we as users should be able to have an AI agent, so that I, as an individual, have somebody that's looking out for me and it's managing my interactions, and the decisions being made about me are ethical and there is no bias. So what we envision and what we're building and what we're about to launch, it's an AI agent which enables users to take ownership of their data from every company they're interacting with, and build a data asset. The user feeds in their preferences, so the AI understands your likes, your dislikes, where and how you want to share information, and then it's managing and it's providing consented insights to these organizations so that they never have raw data on you. And the focus is all about putting we as individuals in charge of our information.
I think the DataHive team has done a great job with this, basically an outlay, an overview of what a declaration of digital independence would look like. Up here you see on the screen. So right to ownership, right to privacy and protection, right to consent, and right to security and recourse. This is a short list, but I think it's a good start, and I think it's a great way to start building out better regulation and better policies, both private sector and public sector, I think, to allow for basically the internet that we thought we were getting in the 90s. I almost feel like that. In a lot of ways, what we're doing is kind of returning to the values of the 90s. It was all about democratization and decentralizing communication, and now that's starting to hit other verticals as well. So I'm ultimately really excited about the future that you guys have provided.
TAO of Data.